In this part we are going to see how we can use the TimePicker widgets in Android. So start a new Android Studio project and let me name it as Picker and hit next, 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 and finally hit finish. And here is our application. So let's just first delete this text view and drag a TimePicker. So the TimePicker is here, right? So let me drag it and make it a little bit longer in size. Okay, so now its ID is TimePicker, and let me drag another button. Whenever this button is clicked, it is going to show the time present on this TimePicker. So let us quickly initialize them in our main activity. So it is button. Oops, it is going to be button, and then TimePicker. TimePicker goes to TimePicker, and now we need to link this with the XML file. So find view id order id dot TimePicker, purpose enter to typecast it, and for the bottle also button equals to find view by id order id dot button. So let me see whether it is button or not. First of all, it is button. Okay, and let's just typecast it as well. And whenever this button is clicked, we want to show the date, we want to show the time present on the TimePicker, right? So set on click listener and on click listener, and we need to override this on click method. And in here let's show toast dot make text main activity dot this, and in this case we have to get the current hour. So let me separate it by colon, and TimePicker dot get current minute, and we need to specify the toast length. So it is going to be toast dot length long, and we need to show it. Here you can see that the current hour and the get current minute is deprecated. So if you are targeting the API level for 23, you can actually use this get hour also, but we are going to stick with this get current method. So let us run this, and here is our application. So let me set the hour, let it be 5 o'clock, and minute is going to be 15 minutes, and it is in the AM, so it should say 5 hours 15 minutes. There we go. So now let me change it to PM, and it should say 17:15, right? 17:15. And if we want this time to be at the 24 hours, we can just specify the true here. So let us run this project once again, and here we go. So you can see this AM and PM are gone from here. So let us check this and try this. So it should say 17:10, right? So but you can see here this TimePicker is covering the most of the space of the main activity, which we don't want to let it happen, right? So we can show this TimePicker in the fragment. So let us do it right now. So for this, let us create a fragment class in our package. So let us assign these as TimePicker fragment and hit OK, and it is going to extend the dialog fragment, and we need to override some method. So just click Alt plus Insert and override methods, and then we need to override this on create dialog method. Let us remove this statement, and in here we need to define some variable, and it is going to be final calendar dot get instance, and we need to create the hour and minute variables as calendar.get calendar dot hour of day, and for the minute we can get that minute by calendar dot minute. And in here we need to return the TimePicker dialog. So return new TimePicker dialog. So it is going to ask for the 5 parameter as hour, minute, and we can make it as false. So come into this and type all plus enter, and we need to implement the on time set listener interface and override this method called on time set. And now we can show some toast here. Toast.makeText. The context is get activity, and the hour is going to be hour of day, plus I want to separate it by colon, and minute is going to be like this. So, and we need to specify the toast length, and it is going to be long, and we need to show it. So finally we have coded all of those required logic in the TimePicker fragment. So now let's come to the main activity, and we need to implement some method here as well. So come up this main activity underscore main XML and drag a button which says open fragment TimePicker. Okay, and its button is button 2, and when we click this button it should open the fragment. So we need to go to the main activity .java class, and we need to create the another button object here, and we need to link this with the XML, right? So button 2 goes to find view by id r.id dot button 2, and we need to typecast it. So let me align all of these codes by pressing Ctrl Alt and L. So it is going to be aligned, and now we need to have some method on this button. So button 2 dot set on click listener and new on click listener, and we need to override this on click method. So let me actually free up some space here, and we need to start that fragment. So it is going to be create the dialog fragment object. It is going to be fragment and new TimePicker fragment dot show get fragment manager, and we need to specify some unique key. So some unique key. Okay, let us run this, and this is our application. And when I click this button, it is going to show the fragment, and we can choose any time that we want. So let us choose 4 o'clock and 45 minutes, and it says 4 o'clock and 45 minutes. So thank you for watching, and I hope you got the concept of how you can use the TimePicker dialog in fragment as well as in activity. So, and I will see you in the next part.